Hi, good morning. Today I am going to show you stuffed bitter gourd using fresh coconut. First, scrape the top layer of the bitter gourd and wash it nicely, and then cut into two halves as the bitter gourd is little big. Take a little tamarind, salt, and turmeric powder in a bowl. Add enough water. Half of the bowl of water is enough. You should not take too much of water. Here I have taken a little bit more water. No need to take so much of water. Okay. This bitter gourd recipe is very healthy. It's diabetic friendly and very tasty also. I used very little oil when frying the bitter gourd. Yeah, you have to mix the tamarind. I used tamarind paste here, so I'm mixing the tamarind paste in the water. Now add bitter gourds. The water is a little bit more here. You have to take a little bit less water. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to cook 90% of the bitter gourds. You should not fully cook the bitter gourds as they will become very soft and the stuffing is not possible. I started keeping the bitter gourds on the stove and then cooking it. Yeah, they will turn into yellowish color once they start cooking, as I added turmeric powder here. Yeah, almost the bitter gourds are cooked. Yeah, now you have to strain the water, switch off the stove, and take a cloth and a plate on top of it. You can cover with a plate. Cover with a plate and then drain the water. Drain all the water. Yeah, now the bitter gourd is ready for stuffing. You have to wait for a little time to cool down the bitter gourds, and then you have to slit like this as shown in the picture. Slit all the bitter gourds in the same way. If you take a little smaller size bitter gourds, it will be easy for you. No need to cut into half. Directly you can boil it in the tamarind water, tamarind salt and turmeric water, and then once they are cooked up to 85 to 90%, you can remove it, and then you can cut it into you can make it into a slit and then stuff the dry coconut chutney powder inside this one. I made this dry coconut chutney powder with fresh coconut, cumin seeds, garlic, salt, little turmeric powder and chili powder, and grind it into a nice powder. This powder you can stuff it into the bitter gourds, and you have to stuff nicely and then close it properly, the bitter gourds as shown here. Stuff all the bitter gourds. This bitter gourd recipe I have learnt it from my auntie, who used to deep fry in oil, but I thought deep frying is not a healthy option, so I tried it this way with less oil. You can try it and see. So I have taken a pan and added a little oil here, and then I'm adding bitter gourds one by one into the pan. See, the bitter gourds are frying now. No need to cover it, just fry it open and keep turning bitter gourds once in a while. Let the bitter gourds cook until golden brown. If you want little more you want to fry a little bit more also, it's fine. I fried little bit less only. I think the bitter gourds are almost done. The dry coconut powder, after stuffing, there is little more left over. So I will add it in the end to the bitter gourd. This recipe tastes heavenly with rice and also rotis. It's a healthy, diabetic friendly recipe. Please try it. Thank you for watching my video. You can subscribe for more healthy recipes. Yeah, the bitter gourd is almost done. Now I'm going to add the leftover coconut chutney powder. Coconut garlic chutney powder it is. We have to add little more garlic to it, extra garlic for nice flavor, garlic flavor. Now I'm adding the leftover dry coconut chutney powder. Coconut is also a very healthy option for diabetes. Diabetics can eat it without worrying about the calories. You have to fry it for some time, for 2 minutes. And the stuffed bitter gourd is ready to serve now. Thank you.